Welcome to question 2 of the 2012 Mathematical Methods Exam 1. In this video we will be looking at the solution and examination advice for this question. A reminder that this video is in no way endorsed by VCAA. So for question 2 we're asked to find an antiderivative of 1 divided by 2x subtract 1 cubed with respect to x. So therefore what we're being asked to find is the antiderivative of 2x subtract 1 to the power of negative 3 with respect to x. And now if you look at your formula sheet, there is a formula that deals with this sort of antiderivative. And that formula, if we just write it down here, is that the integral of ax plus b to the power of n with respect to x is equal to 1 divided by a times n plus 1. And then we still have ax plus b to the power of n, and then we add 1 to its power. And then we have plus c, and this will work for all values of n that do not equal negative 1. So here we've identified our value of n equals negative 3, so this rule applies. So we're going to have 1 divided by, and the a value is 2. That value is the one that multiplies x, so in this case it is a equals 2. And then we're going to multiply that by the power with 1 added to it, which is going to be minus 2. And then we still have 2x subtract 1, and then adding 1 to the power gives negative 2. And then because it's an antiderivative, our plus c value can be plus 0. And this simplifies to negative 1 over, and then 2 times 2 is the 4, and that negative I've put on the top line. And then we would have 2x subtract 1 to the power of 2, because that negative exponent will put it on the denominator of a fraction. So that is the answer to this question. So from the examiner's report we can see that 27% of students got full marks for this question, and a large 54% of students got 0 marks for this question. And we can see that the examiner says that plus c can be omitted, leaving it off because it can be any real number including 0. And the most common error that the examiner's report goes on to find is that students gave statements involving a logarithm as part of their answer. The degree of the exponent not being negative 1 was critical to the students' success with this question, so that they could identify the correct formula to apply. Neglecting to divide by the coefficient of x was another problem. So that was the coefficient of 2 that we divided by in the previous slide.